Hi, my name is Chelsea, and today I will be discussing some questions for EDU 330. The first question was, what does it mean to be a culturally competent educator? Culturally competent educator is a teacher that recognizes and understands the norms and tendencies of their students' population, which are dictated mostly by societal, ethnical, and socioeconomic influences. Where do you see yourself on the cultural competency continuum and why? I personally see myself somewhere between cultural pre-competence and competence. The reason I place myself here is because there are certain situations that I wouldn't know how to handle as of yet. While this class is teaching me a lot, I feel that I can use it in my future class. However, there are still situations that I would be really uncomfortable handling and treating my students fairly. What will it take for you to go or get to the next step or deepen your cultural competence, including understanding of your own personal bias, teaching in a diverse classroom, and implementing strategies for ensuring a safe, supported classroom for all students? So I know that I need to study more on how to implement culturally diverse students. I need to learn ways to avoid bias in my classroom and to be fair to all of my students. I plan on continuing my learning through websites, teacher experiences, and my class. Let's see, what are some specific research, reading tools, resources, or trainings you might use to further your cultural competency as an educator? I think learning through experience will be really helpful, specifically my student teaching. Also, the model code of ethics is a great tool that I plan to use in the future. So the next question is, what will it look like to have cultural inclusivity in your future classroom? With a little bit of planning, I know that I can help promote inclusivity and diversity in my classroom by ensuring that I include diverse ideas, content, and materials. Whenever I'm constructing a syllabus, I'll be sure to include content, context, and diverse resources to illustrate my lesson plan. Also important that I'm aware of any bias that I might have from my own experiences or that may shape my perspective or selection of material. I will also encourage all my students to contribute and set clear expectations of how I would like students to interact with each other to keep that certain level of respect and fairness. As an educational facilitator, it's important that I show respect for all comments and questions and provide an atmosphere where my students feel safe to contribute. Last question, how will I ensure that I am respecting my students as individuals with differing personal backgrounds and various skills, abilities, perspectives, talents, and interests that don't align with my spiritual beliefs and moral values? When I was younger, I had a teacher who pushed their beliefs on me, and it made me feel like I wasn't important. So, as an educator, I'm going to be extra careful not to do that and to learn about all of my students and their backgrounds and perspectives. I will love all of my students and celebrate all of their differences. All right. Thanks, guys.